Well, I hope it's not too windy out here for the sound. We finally got our first set of lambs this year. Looks like a nice set of twins. They're probably 30 minutes old. They've both been up and at least attempted to nurse. I've really just kind of stayed away and let them go at it. They usually figure it out pretty good. Just trying to do this with my phone. It's not the best video. It looks like he's right in the right spot. I hope he's latched on there. Normally you'll see their little tails start wiggling pretty good once they really start going at it. I actually came out here to pick them up and take them to the barn, but I'm not going to disturb that one while it's trying to nurse. They're not quite as big of lambs as I thought they were going to be when I first looked out here and saw them, but we'll get them to the barn, weigh them, see what they do weigh. Well, I think I can go ahead and catch them and take them in now. See, I put them in this small pen. It's 4 feet wide and 5 feet deep. That way they can't get far from her. Everybody can get acquainted good, although she's being a really good mother. But she is 4 years old. So she has done this a few times. It always wears the lambs out, picking them up and carrying them. That's why I like to let them get a good drink before they get disturbed too much. You probably saw how closely she followed me in, so she was really concerned about her lambs. Carrying them down there at nose level for her helps. I won't give her any grain tonight. She's got plenty of hay. She's got plenty of water. They really don't need any grain this first night. Mostly she's going to be hungry. Her belly's empty now. And she's going to be really thirsty. And the lambs are going to be tired and take a nap. I still need to weigh these lambs, write down what sex they are, the date they were born, who their mother is. But after I just carried them in, I'm going to let them rest just a little bit before I grab them again and put them on a scale. One thing I did want to point out, if it'll show in the camera, see how she's sucked in? She's sunken in there by her tailbone. That's a sign you'll see a lot of times when they're getting ready to lamb. Of course, this is after she's lambed, so everything is really relaxed. Just one of the signs to watch when you know one is close to lambing. Kind of watch for that sunken in there at the hips. You'll see a little bit sunken in. I can get to it right there in front of her hips. But mostly I'm talking about this part right here. All right, let's get these little lambs processed here. First thing we're going to do is iodine the navel good. Plenty of iodine on there. And yes, that is the way I pick up lambs. Now, put them in this cradle. Get her scale set. $11.71. And it's a ram. 11.71. Get that written down. I don't know if y'all can hear the rain outside. It's raining pretty good. Let's try the other one. $8.97. Navel. And what I'm writing down, don't pay attention to these numbers. It's just a scrap piece of paper I had. But for right now, I'm writing down today's date, the used number, what their weight was, what their sex is, and what type they are. When I say type, these are twins. I'll write down that they're a twin, a single, a triplet, whatever they are. I've actually got a book. I put this in normally here at the barn, but I forgot to bring my book down with me. So once I get all this done, everything written down in my little book normally, then I will input all that information into an Excel spreadsheet, keep track of weights and how much weight gain they have, things like that. And then I can go back each year and compare like what this ewe did last year and the year before. Because she is, well, she's 4 years old, so she has lambed 3 times already. And now probably the best thing I can do is leave them alone. Everybody wants to help and I understand that. But as long as the lambs are up, and especially if you see them nurse, best thing you can do is just leave them alone. Let their mother take care of them. Don't interfere until you know there's a problem. They'll do a lot of sleeping. The lambs, here, let me get the camera over here. Just like any babies, these lambs will do a lot of sleeping. I've seen them both nurse, so I'm pretty confident that everything's going to be all right. See, she wants a drink of water. She lost a lot of fluid. She got a lot of room in her belly now. So I'm just going to leave them alone. Well, it's been a little over 24 hours since these lambs were born. It's time for this ewe to have some grain. She's doing a good job with them, and to be honest, she really doesn't need to be in this pen any longer. She's done real well with them. But right now, she's the only one I've got that has lambs, and so I don't really want to turn her out on a field by herself. She'll probably just end up trying to go through the fence and get back to the other ewes. So I'll leave her in here for a little bit longer. If another ewe has lambs in the next day or so, I'll bring her in. If she does well for a day, then I'll turn them both out together in another field separate from everything else. But you can see these lambs are, like I say, they're just a little over 24 hours old. And they're up and active, already sniffing around. I just put some shavings in there for them for a little bit more bedding. Already even curious to what's in that bowl. That little lamb there's got some spots on top of his head. Almost look like he might have horns. That would certainly be a throwback. It's been a long time since I had anything that had horns, but once in a while that genetics will pop back up. Personally, I don't like the horns. I cull for it. Some people like them. We just have to give him some time to see how that develops. I like to see these lambs start nibbling on feed just as soon as I can get them doing it. That's one other good thing about putting them in here with their mom for a few days. They get curious as to what she's eating. Well, girls and boy, we will see you at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm back for my 4 a.m. check. Looks like you are doing good. Now we'll see how much water you got. Yeah, you're good on water, good on hay. So now let's go out here and see if you got any buddies out in the field. try to be pretty quiet out here while I'm checking them. Really don't want to disturb them. I do have one out here. I'm gonna walk out there and I'm gonna take a little closer look at her. Just kind of from the position she's laying. We'll see how she's doing. Well, I would say that's just happened to be how she was laying. More lambs today. Not this morning. Well, we don't have any playmates for you yet. You'll have some soon. Sure, it's cooler this morning, isn't it? All right. See you all in a little bit.